10, we have the official bad boy for life, Puff Daddy, and his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, a.k.a. Jenny from the Block. Yo, I remember this story and it was lit. The two were kicking off, were celebrating Diddy's artist, Shyne's album, and before you knew it, Diddy got into a scuffle with a club goer and a fight broke out, and then gunshots were fired in the air. Wow, 3 people were injured. Diddy and JLO fled the scene like Batman and Robin, but were pulled over by the cops, and the cops found a stolen gun in the car, and before you knew it, the 2 superstars were in handcuffs, and the situation was bad, y'all. And even Diddy, Puff Daddy changed his name to Diddy, and it was crazy. I remember this story being all over the news, especially MTV. But yo, Gary, Jennifer Lopez split up with Diddy right after this incident.
This one is the sexual assault and sex trafficking lawsuit filed by Rodney Little Rod Jones. This is Combs' former producer. And Jones claimed that Combs showed off his guns to him at one point and bragged about shooting people, and that he confessed he was in fact responsible for that 1999 shooting outside of the nightclub. And he claimed that Combs told him that Lopez carried the gun into the club for him and passed the gun to him when he got into that altercation and the shots were fired. Jones claims that Combs forced his then artist Shyne to be the fall guy, taking the blame for the shooting.
The ongoing controversy surrounding the notorious nightclub incident from 1999, which involved Sean Diddy Combs, Jennifer Lopez, and Jamal Shyne Barrow, continues to resurface in the public eye, bringing with it a fresh wave of scrutiny and intrigue regarding the events of that fateful night. As new claims surface and potential legal developments loom on the horizon, this decades-old story has regained traction, prompting questions about whether those involved might finally face consequences for their actions. Let's take a closer look at what transpired that evening and explore the reasons why this case refuses to fade into the annals of history.
27, 1999 in Manhattan, New York. Shots were fired after an argument between Sean Diddy Combs and a man named Matthew Scar Allen. After the incident, rapper Shyne, who was under Bad Boy Records, was arrested while Diddy and his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, fled the club, but were eventually stopped by police and arrested. Lopez was released after 14 hours and was never charged in the case, while Combs and his bodyguard Anthony Jones were acquitted on weapons charges. One of the victims in the shooting, Natana Rubin, who has never changed her story since day one, has stated once again that it was Diddy, not Shyne, who shot her in the face and got away with it. Rubin has insisted for years that Shyne had unfairly taken the fall for Diddy.
I said it immediately. I literally watched them pull out the guns. For God's sake, I got shot in my nose. I was facing them directly. I watched everything occur and have described it to all parties involved. I think in our society, we have respectability politics. There are people who want to be adjacent to power or celebrity or money. Because his name was more notable, he was believed rather than a victim who gave a first-hand account.
Reports from that night indicate that Jennifer Lopez was visibly distraught, shedding tears as she grappled with the seriousness of the unfolding situation. Adding to the drama, Diddy's driver, Wardell Fenderson, later testified that Diddy tried to persuade him to take the fall for the firearm discovered in their vehicle. This testimony became a pivotal aspect of the case, leading to multiple charges against Diddy, including bribery and various weapons-related offenses. Despite the gravity of the charges leveled against him, Diddy's legal team mounted a compelling defense, arguing that it was improbable for such a high-profile couple as Diddy and Lopez to engage in such reckless behavior. Ultimately, the jury concurred, leading to Diddy's acquittal of all charges. However, Shyne, who was also implicated in the shooting, did not fare as well. He was convicted and sentenced to a decade in prison, a decision that many viewed as a betrayal by Diddy, considering their close relationship at the time. In the years that followed, the case took on a new dimension when Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, made allegations that Diddy had orchestrated a cover-up, enlisting various individuals to provide false testimony in an effort to shift the blame onto Shyne. This revelation added yet another layer of complexity to an already convoluted narrative, raising questions about the true nature of events that unfolded that night. Fast forward to the present day, and the case has once again returned to the forefront of public discourse. Natana Rubin, one of the victims of the shooting, has been candid about her experiences and her belief that justice was never fully served. In a recent interview, Rubin accused Jennifer Lopez of having a more significant role in the incident than previously acknowledged, alleging that she had smuggled the firearm into the club and passed it to Diddy. The resurfacing of these allegations coincides with broader investigations into Diddy's past conduct, particularly a recent lawsuit filed against him by an individual known as Lil Rod.
The new allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, a music producer, is accusing hip-hop mogul of assaulting him and forcing him to have sex with prostitutes.
It's very scary for myself, and it has me worried about my kids, and just sleeping with anxiety and different things like that. So just moving forward.
As these allegations resurface, the spotlight has inevitably shifted back to Jennifer Lopez. While she was cleared of any wrongdoing during the initial proceedings, Rubin's claims suggest that her involvement may have been more active than previously believed. To date, Lopez has not publicly commented on these allegations, but the potential for renewed investigations could once again place her under legal scrutiny. With federal authorities reportedly revisiting the case, there is a possibility that new legal challenges could arise for those involved. Rubin has expressed her willingness to cooperate with investigators and has hinted that she may possess information that could implicate Jennifer Lopez directly. The public remains divided on this issue, with some calling for accountability and justice, while others argue that the passage of time and the absence of concrete evidence should allow this chapter to close for good. As we reflect on these unfolding events, the question arises, do you believe that Jennifer Lopez and Sean Diddy Combs will face new consequences for their roles in the 1999 incident? Is this a long overdue reckoning for those involved, or is it time to let the past remain in the past? We invite you to share your thoughts and insights in the comments below as this story continues to evolve and captivate public interest.